Hello, my lovely readers. How are you guys doing? It's been a minute. That's a story for another time. But I am here because I bought more books. And this is a problem. Simply because I have nowhere to put these books. Because I have 3 book carts. My dresser has 2 stacks. My side table has 2 stacks, and I have 3 ginormous bookcases and 1 hanging on the wall, and still no place to put books. So we're gonna have to figure something out. But I brought a book haul for you guys because I got a book I ordered on Amazon Prime Day. I got a book, 2 books that I bought at Indigo because I had a gift card, and I've got some books that I stole from my mother's room. And I've got books that my nana gave me, and I've got books that I thrifted, and some comic books. So I got all the books beside me. We're gonna start with the comic books because they're a little more dainty. A comic book warehouse that my dad goes to. This warehouse was having another event because it rained on Free Comic Book Day, so I got some free comics, and then they were also having dollar comics. So I'm gonna start with the free comics and I'll show you the dollar ones that I got. First one I got is Snoopy Beagle Scout Adventures. It was free. I love me a good little Snoopy. I got Romeo vs. Juliet. I might already have this one because that one looks a little familiar. I got Dying Inside. I got Bunny Mask Tales. I picked up a Archie because you can never go wrong with an Archie. This one I'm probably not going to read. It is a blank cover, which means I can draw portraits on it. So that one. And then I got Hollow, which looks like a horror pumpkin head horseman one. So those were the free ones I grabbed. And then the dollar ones, I got Marvel Rising. This is Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl. And mostly I get them because they're cute covers. So, and I like the art. There's that one. I got a Disney Maleficent. Love that one. We got a Thunderbolts because I really liked this cover. I don't know if there you guys. I also got a Blue Beetle because this is one of the few DC. Blue Beetle gives the same energy that Spider-Man gives, even though Blue Beetle's not a main DC. It's just the young superhero vibes. So I picked up a Blue Beetle, and then I got the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, which it looks like Spider-Man and maybe it's Spider-Woman with him, and then there's a young Spider-Girl. I don't know. These are gonna be interesting reads. They're short. Do they count? Now answer the question, do they count to my reading goal? Because if they do, great. But if not, that's fine, I'll still read them, but they should count. They're called a comic book. We're gonna start with the books I bought at Indigo. I ended up picking up House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron A. Craig. I have been wanting to read this book for so long. This is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and this is a YA, but I've been wanting to read this one for a while, and I finally got it. And then I picked up this one, which is a Celebrating Canada book because it's a Canadian author, and I've never seen anybody read these ones before. And it is the first book in the series. This is Training the Heart by Paisley Hope, a Silver Pines novel. So this one says, in the steamy cowboy romance, a grumpy ranch owner and a sunny horse trainer must learn to work together. The second novel in the... I accidentally bought the second one. I meant to buy the first. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go back to Indigo and buy the first one. The book I ordered from Amazon was Spiral because I have Collide, and I've been wanting... I've had this book saved on my Pinterest since it was announced. This is by Balacabra. I hope I pronounced that right. He's on edge while she's on point in the fake dating sports romance. Fake dating's right up my alley. That's one of my favorite tropes. I also bought this because I pre-ordered the 5th book in the Becca Max hockey series she has, and I also ordered pre-ordered the 3rd one of these because it looked so cute. I love the cover. Onto the book I stole from my mom, Lisa Jewell. None of this is true. I've heard good things about this, so I figured I'd just, you know, eventually I'll read it. I can give it back to her. Anyways, now I have 3 books. One of these, we for sure know that my Nana recommended for me to read. Then there are 2 that she recommended my mom to read, and another one that she said I would like, but we don't know which one it is. So I'm just holding on to both until, you know, maybe I read it and find out. But the one my Nana told me that I would like, she even wrote right here, Heather, a good summer read. Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. I have heard a lot of things about Jodi Picoult and a lot of, like, good things. Like, she's a good author. This one actually did really sound interesting when I read it. I would have never picked this up on my own. So I'm glad my Nana thought of me and thought that I would like this. And I'm actually really excited to give it a read. And on to the 2 books that we don't know who they were meant for. We've got The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. This one takes place in the 1950s. And I can't remember much else about it, but it's a beautiful cover. It's like metallic-y almost. And then the other one is Long Island by Colin Toibin. I guess my Nana bought this for her friend Helen as a Christmas gift last year. And apparently Helen took it on a trip and read it and loved it. And then it's passed all along from people. And it went to my Nana, and now my Nana's passing it to me to read. Now in this giant tiger bag, we have all the books I bought at the thrift store yesterday. I went with my dad to the comic book store yesterday, so I was like, since we're in that city, let's go to a Value Village there. Did I know this was going to break my bank account? No. But it proves my point that Value Villages in other cities are always better than the ones I have in my city. I actually picked up an entire series, which is kind of crazy. So I picked up Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco. I think I just bought Throne of the Fallen by this author. So of the series, I picked up this one, Kingdom of the Cursed, and the hardback of Kingdom of the Feared. We definitely lost a book girly because there was a lot of YA books that I found. Next, I grabbed Vicious by V.E. Schwab. But when I picked this up, I'm kind of scared of this author because I've heard lots of things. But people love this author, so I don't even know if this is the first book. I saw V.E. Schwab and I was like, okay, this is my sign to try it. I've been wanting to pick up a Rebecca Yarros book of her other genre since I finished Fourth Wing. So here we are. I managed to find Eyes Turn Skyward. Love is worth the risk in this stirring, mesmerizing novel. I think this has something to do with, like, an air flight military man. That's all I can tell you. This book I randomly remembered recently. It was one of the Red Maple books that we had to read in school, and this is We Are All Made of Molecules. I can't remember if I read this one or, like, Fragile Bones. I think I read this one, but I wanted to pick it up because I wanted to read it again and see what I think of it as an adult. This one I had never heard of before, but it sounded really cute. Not like the movies by Carrie Winfrey. It has a short little read, and this one is like, Chloe is an optimist, and not because her life is easy. As the sole caregiver of her father, who has early onset Alzheimer's, she's pretty much responsible for everything. She has no time for or interest in getting swept up into some dazzling romance. Not like her best friend Annie, who literally wrote a rom-com that's about to premiere in theaters across America, and happens to be inspired by Chloe and her cute but no-nonsense boss, Nick Valeras. A little workplace romance. I swear to goodness gracious I have this book, but it's not coming up in my log that I own it. How to End a Love Story by Yuling Kwong. This is the author's debut novel, as well as she is the screenwriter for some of Emily Henry's new movies that are coming out. So I'm excited to read this one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. That font is humongous. I love it. Oh my god. Then we grabbed another one I thought I had. Mia Sheridan, Grayson's Vow. Maybe I've just seen this one so much and thought about purchasing it, but I don't have this one by her. So I picked that one up. Do I know what it's about? And then since I bought 9 books, I needed a 10th one to get free. So I picked up Mastered by Maya Banks. I always kind of like avoid the Maya Banks books when I see them because I never knew much about them, but then I recently saw them in the romance section at Indigo and I was reading the back of them and like, you know, this actually kind of sounds good. Anyways, here, let me show you. These are all the books I got. Now I have to try and find a spot for all of these. Thanks for watching the haul. Hopefully you don't see me doing another haul soon because I need to read my books and not buy them. I think I have an exciting series coming up, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.